Introducing the Litter League with Environmental, Second Hand, Dumfries, the Sortinator, Mushy Mac and the E-Whale. They're the elite team keeping Armidale clean. The Litter League, cleaning up the streets.
Dancing's always been my passion. I run afternoon tea dances and classes within the city of Armidale. I love running these classes because of the camaraderie. The people are absolutely wonderful. It's fantastic to deal with the city of Armidale. They make everything available to us. I hire the Armidale District Hall, which is 5 minutes from my house. We're also at the Kelmscott Hall for when we have bigger volumes of people, and always great facilities, including the kitchen, which of course the kitchen's very important. As much as the dance floor is important for us, the kitchen's also equally important. We have people that come that have never danced before in their lives, and people that have lost other people, and come and enjoy meeting other people and connecting with other people. And seeing them dance from never dancing before is incredibly rewarding, puts a smile on everyone's face.
The city of Armidale has grown, developed and strengthened what they do for access and inclusion. We're standing in Shipwreck Park, which is a fully all-inclusive, all-abilities play space that has accessible toilets and a change-in-place facility. The city had nowhere for children or adults with disability to go as a family. So the city, along with Stockland, got together, created a working group, and we started working on that magnificent facility that you see behind that was officially open on International Day of Disability.
City of Armidale's Access and Inclusion Plan is to keep the city accountable and things are made better for the future for access and inclusion.
The events team has grown and strengthened, and in particular is a Perth Chill Run and the Armidale Highland Gathering, on which are two fully inclusive and accessible events.
It's really great to see the community get involved with each other and not being excluded. I've got to make sure everyone's included with all the events we do, or just being in the parks together, and that's just fantastic.
The most vital importance is that community voices are heard along in partnership with the city of Armidale, strengthening access and inclusion for everyone for the future.
The city has a great number of facilities where you can go to learn new skills, meet new people, and just to learn a wide variety of things. We've got the museum here, we've got the Bert Tyler Vintage Machinery Museum at the Visitor Centre, and there's the Bert Whistle Local Studies Library at Armidale Library as well. It's nice to look back, where did we come from? How did we get here? The purpose of History House is to collect, preserve, and to then exhibit, as you can see around me, the history of the city of Armidale. We've been doing that since 1976, and since then we've been trying to expand the stories that we tell. It's great seeing the reactions from the local community and also the outside community when people come to visit. A lot of them are surprised at how long the history here goes and all the different things that we've had here, from winemaking to brick making and to the different communities that live here. We've got amazing collections, so if you've got an object that you think is really important that tells the history of the Armidale, come in and talk to us, and if you're willing to donate it, chances are we'll be willing to take it with that great story. One of the things I love about working in the City of Armidale and at the History House Museum is just the wide world that I get to play in. I love history, and the city has got great history.
Would you all be outstanding for her worship and Ruth Butterfield?
Thanks very much. Everyone, please be seated.
Good evening, everyone. I will begin by acknowledging that we are meeting on the lands of the Whadjuk Noongar people and pay my respects to elders past and present. Thank you. I'll begin the meeting at 7:02 and note that we have an apology from Councillor Silva and one from Deputy Mayor John Keogh. Thank you very much everyone else for being here tonight, and we have a almost full complement of executive directors and of course our CEO to help us with tonight's meeting. Thank you for being here, executives. Advice of response to previous public questions taken on notice. There aren't any. Public question time. I will hand over to public. No questions from the public? No, thank you. We'll move on then. Applications for leave of absence. I do have one here, I believe, and so it is for Councillor Thomas, who would like to take leave from the 20th of July to the 18th of August, and that's inclusive. So 20th of July to the 18th of August, and 26th, inclusive. Could I have someone move? Thank you, Councillor Peter, that is accepted and approved. Thank you. That brings us to petitions. Are there any petitions for presentation tonight? If not, thank you. We'll move forward. And just to note, councillors, I'm sorry that we are having audio issues. And they've been occurring, I believe, from about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So we are recording this as in audio recording, and that will be overlaid later. So unfortunately people online are getting the message at the moment, just with us looking pretty and moving our lips, but no sound is coming through. So we'll fix that up at a later date. So, sorry councillors, we'll just move forward then to confirmation of minutes. Could I have someone move confirmation of the minutes that are attached to this agenda? Councillor Sargison, you've got your light on, you've got your hand up, thank you. You're moving confirmation, thank you. Is there anyone opposed? No one opposed, thank you, that's carried. I will now go to announcements by the person presiding with our discussion, and those are on your tables, councillors. I'll just might pick out our NAIDOC Day celebrations. Several councillors attended, sorry if I missed off your name, off the list, just let you know later. It was a wonderful day, and I really think it gets bigger and better every year. So I've been told that over 5,000 people attended this year, and there were 80 stall holders, and the crowd was incredibly happy. Everyone there was having a great time. Just for noting that we had some displays of traditional cultural materials and a display of a shelter and some kangaroo skins and fires going, and it was lovely. So a bit more sort of educational this year, and I'm really looking forward to building on that for the team to be building on that sharing of traditional knowledge and culture in years to come. I was able to show a lady that had come from another local government area, and she worked for the Department of Communities, I believe, and I showed her into the Champion Centre to see the murals on the walls and the setup that we had, and she was really impressed and was looking forward to taking that information back to her local government area and seeing whether they could provide anything even remotely similar. So yeah, she was very impressed. With that, I'd like to thank the team that organised, so our Aboriginal Development Team and Community Services for putting on that wonderful event, and give them a great pat on the back for a job well done. So if you can pass that on, CEO, that'd be great. And we'll move now to questions by members, of which due notice has been given without discussion. There aren't any. We'll move on to reports, and we have technical services first up. Chair, are you prepared to move receipt of the minutes?
Yes, happy to move the minutes of Technical Services Committee held on Monday 6th of July, subject to any corrections, and I don't personally have any.
Thank you very much. The Chair has moved receipt of those minutes. Is there anyone opposed? No one opposed, thank you, that's carried. Into the agenda itself, and begin by 1.1, petition, relocation of taxi rental on Commerce Avenue, with the recommendation coming on page 12. Page 13, 1.2, Local Area Traffic Management LATM Process, Review, Assessment, Prioritisation and Community Safety. And the recommendation of this report comes on page 17. Page 18, 1.3, Minora Park Tree.
Thanks, Mayor. I want to say something about item number 1.2.
So 1.2?
Yes, please.
So yes.
On skate or the confirmation our officers can officer confirm is the SLR IP 2026-27 federal application is unsuccessful. What is the city own fallback funding part, and does that 3 to 4 year timeline change?
Sorry, Madam Mayor, I think we've gone back one that we've already moved through.
Thanks, Gary. I just
Yes, so if we could just maybe speak louder so that the CEO can hear what the question is.
On Skeet Road, the confirmation for our highest priority local road, can officer confirm if the SLR P2026 2027 federal application is unsuccessful? What is the city on fallback funding path? And does the 3 to 4 year timeline change?
Through you, Madam Chair, I'd have to take that on notice unless the Executive Director of Technical Services has the answer to hand.
Yeah, through the chair. So, in terms of the SLR SLRP funding, there's a muni component that we put into that. So we would look for other muni sources in the first instance if it was unsuccessful. In terms of the time frame, that 3 to 4 year time frame is for new projects, not projects that are already on the budget.
Question is, if it's a fall through, do we have anything else like for next to 3 year timeline can change? If we don't get the federal budget for that on this September, whatever is the year.
Sorry, I have a question. Now, I believe the item is already passed, and if you get questions, I think the council can send an email to the director to CEO to get an answer. I think you try to keep the product. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's mean that timeline depends on the entirely grant outcome. We just don't control, yeah?
Sorry, Councillor Singh, if you could just direct your questions to the CEO. I think we're having difficulty hearing the questions because of the audio tonight, perhaps, and the technical nature of your questions probably would be better dealt with, unless you have a change to the recommendation that you'd like to put through.
Point of order, Madam Mayor. We've already moved point 1.2. We're now on 1.3. We can't go back.
Thank you, Councillor. The item hasn't actually been moved yet, so I do note that I had moved beyond that, but we are still, I am exercising a little bit of leeway so that this question can be answered, so that we understand what's going on. Councillor Singh, are you happy to take this offline, these questions offline, if you don't have a suggested change to the recommendation?
Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Okay, councillors, if we can now move to page 18, 1.3, Minnewara Park Tree, with your recommendation on page 22. Page 23, 2.1, safety issues, Harrisdale Primary School, with a recommendation on the bottom of page 23. Page 24, 2.2, Corella Control Program, with the recommendation coming on the bottom of page 24. Page 25, we have Executive Director for Technical Services report on bird flu. Chair, are you prepared to move all the items?
So moved, Madam Mayor.
Thank you very much. Chair has moved all those items. Is there anyone opposed? If no one is opposed, thank you, that's carried. Takes us through to the minutes of the Community Services Committee meeting. Chair, are you prepared to move receipt of those minutes?
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, acknowledge receipt of the minutes of the Community Services Committee held Tuesday, 7th July, subject to any corrections of which I have done.
Thank you very much. Chair has moved receipt of those minutes. Is there anyone opposed? No one opposed. Thank you, that's carried. Going into the report itself, on page 30 we have 1.1, Draft Disability Access and Inclusion Plan, request to seek public consultation, with the recommendation coming on page 34. Page 35, 1.2, Access and Inclusion Reference Group, revised terms of reference, 2026 to 2028. With recommendation coming on page 39. Page 40, 1.3 Homelessness Working Group Revised Draft Terms of Reference, with the recommendation coming on page 43. Page 44, 1.4 Proposed Social Priorities 2026 for 2029, with the recommendation coming on page 53. Page 54, 2.1, recommitted item, councillor identification, with the recommendation on the bottom of page 54. And that brings us to the end of that agenda. Page 56, is the chair prepared to move all those items?
Yes, so moved.
Thank you, Chair. Anyone opposed? No one's opposed. Thank you. That's carried. And that takes us through to the Chief Executive Officer's report of the 13th of July 2026. Can I ask that someone move receipt of the CEO's report? Councillor Peter, thank you very much. Is there anyone opposed? No one's opposed. Thank you. That's carried. And that takes us to page 58, 1.1, Councillor's Information Bulletin, issue number 10 of 2026. And the recommendation comes on the bottom of page 59 for this item, so that we are recommending the Council acknowledge receipt of this issue of the Information Bulletin. Does someone to do that? Thank you, Councillor Busby. Is there anyone opposed? No one opposed. Thank you. That's carried. Takes us back to looking at the agenda. We have motions of notice of which previous notice have been given. We don't have any. Urgent business approved by the person presiding and by decision is nil. Matters for referral to standing committees without discussion. Matters requiring confidential consideration, and that takes us to closure at 7:16. Thank you very much, everyone, for your attendance.